What's up, everybody? I'm Dakota. This is Poker Room Reviews Part 2. Today we're at Ocean's 11 Casino. We just pulled up. This poker room's in Oceanside, California. It's like, obviously on the coast of California. It is some amount of time north of San Diego, but there's really not many poker rooms in this area, and I hear they got good poker, so we're definitely going to be reviewing it while we're in Southern California. We're on the list. We're about to hop into some games, so let's take a walk in and see what they got going on here in Ocean's 11. We rate every casino on the same 6 categories. I'll pop them up right here on the screen. That's what we're going to be reviewing this room on. So let's hop into the first one, Atmosphere. I mean, I don't know if you just saw the footage that I just saw, but it's amazing. Everything is extremely high end. From the moment I stepped in, it smells amazing. Potentially one of the best smelling card rooms I've ever been in. It's bright, it's airy. It's just a really nice room. Then once we got down to the tables, the luxury did not stop there. The table is extremely big, super cozy and comfy. The rail on the table is massive. I have never seen a rail so large. For some reason, the chips are immaculate. I've actually asked people at the table, like, why are these chips so nice? And they're saying, renew the chips every so often, and these chips are about a year old. But even for being a year old, they are literally perfect. The cards are not bridge style cards, which are the tinier, skinnier ones. They're poker style cards, so the font on the face is pretty small, but because they are a bigger card, kind of makes up for it. The cards are super high end. Moving on from there, the side tables are even super nice, and they have variations of sizes for meals and for coffee and drinks. Long story short, for Atmosphere, I have to go ahead and give it just a 5 out of 5. When you walk into a poker room, this is what you're looking for. You're looking for high-end stuff. You're looking for it to be bright, comfort. The chairs are so comfortable. That's one thing I didn't cover. The chairs are super comfortable, super sleek and clean too. So yeah, I mean, I can't say enough about it. Absolute 5 on Atmosphere. Moving into number 2, Management. Now, when I come into a poker room, I have a lot of questions because I need to ask if I can film, what are the games because I've never been here before, what's the rake, all these questions, right? I can immediately pick up on how the management treats their players just by kind of being a nuisance, because I ask a lot of questions right when I first come in. And I had multiple people be extremely nice to me, answer all my questions, sit there, chat it up with me, and it's an extremely busy room. You know, they had the time to sit there and conversate with somebody who is just a brand new player to the room, which I thought was amazing. Another thing for management is they have these little all-in cards on the tables, which I think really cuts down on confusion and angling. When you want to go all in, you throw in your own all-in card. The dealer does not have all-in cards. I thought that was really cool. I've never seen that at a room before, so shout out to the management for that, for coming up with that. Last thing for the management is they are running Poker Atlas, which I just think is the best. Any place that's running Bravo still, I think is, quite frankly, it's kind of a joke. Every time I see Bravo's interface, it looks like it's from 1998 and hasn't been updated since then. So with that, I give the management a 5 out of 5 as well. So they're just on top of it on every front. I'm sorry, moving into food and drink. So water is free. Everything else does cost money as far as beverages go. And the food is pretty good menu. I'm gonna pop it up on the screen, obviously. Pretty wide variety of stuff, and the pricing is hard to beat. I mean, no meal over $20, I don't think. And I ended up getting the pad thai, which, look at all this food that I got, and it was $12. Not to mention it was delicious, and it really hit the spot. And you can eat table side, so really hard to complain about that. I'm gonna go ahead and give the food and drink that I experienced a 4, just because you do have to pay for beverages, or else it would be a 5. All right, it is dark now. My session is over, but we're doing number 4, service. I wanted to do it last so that I got a full feel of all the service while I was there. Cocktail staff, there was a lot of cocktail staff. I was surprised. Like, most of the time there's 2 or 3 girls around the table, and the dealers, everybody was super professional, uniform, and very nice. So overall, I have to give service a 5 out of 5. I don't think a dealer made a single mistake the entire time I was here for like 6 hours, which I don't even know how that's possible, but yeah, they did really good. So huge shout out to them for that. Number 5, Rake and promotions. $6 towards the Rake, $1 promotions. They do have some promotions up. They have some signs up for like $500 every 30 minutes on certain days. And then all during the week, I guess they do these drawings, play a certain amount of hours, and then they give you a ticket. And then you take that ticket and put it in a bucket that they spin and then draw. And if they draw you, you win a prize. So I don't know. It's a very weird system. Overall, I'm going to have to give promotions and Rake. I think I'm going to give it a 2.5 out of 5. And we're going to hit on number 6, game selection. I ended up hopping into the 1-3-15 game, and it is round of each, PLO and Hold'em, which I love. Game was also super juicy and had the 7 deuce game going the whole time and the small blind game. Small blind always puts $10 on the button, everybody that's in the small blind, and then if you're in the small blind, you can win what's on the button. So overall, I would say the action from my 2-5 game to that game was drastically different. The action at this game was phenomenal. Overall, have to give the variety and game selection a 4. And that's it, folks. That's a wrap for part 2, Ocean's 11. Final score is 25.5 out of 30. It gets the seal of approval. When you show up to a card room, this is the standard, okay? They can definitely better in some areas, but overall, when you go to play cards, this should be the standard every time. Shout out to Ocean's 11 for holding a great room with some great games and some good people. That's it. I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't. We're going to be reviewing a ton more rooms, so I'll see you in the next one. Peace.